Sorry, new day with a new camera. Hope everything works all right. This is where Sue's horses used to be. Jimmy, I know one of them, was a white one. He was very sweet. He used to give him apples from the tree up there in the corner until he was foaming at the mouth. So I walked a bit and I had some camera trouble, so I missed the beginning of this video. But I'm just approaching the bridge here now. Changed a little bit. Seems narrower than I remember. Flowing nicely. There used to be a piece of wire here, like feed wire for a house that was crossing there so the horses couldn't cross. It's a fun spot we used to play. Build little boats with string, float them in the river, build dams, clear dams, find a nice sharp stick and cut down stinging nettles. I'll go down here a little bit. Spent a lot of time walking up and down in the stream here, and I have to admit it was spearing for suckers and looking for trout. Oh, look at the size of those trees. It just seems much cleaner than it used to be, like it's flowing faster, but I guess it is winter. Oh, look over there. There's a shed. That must be the back of the Friedlers. I see it. It's funny, you can see a lot farther than you used to be able to. Yeah, it was a lot of fun walking down this creek. In it, out it, on the banks. In the summer, it's pretty dry, so you can almost walk in there. But in the winter like this, it will freeze over, but this is a weird winter. It's always horrifying to get a soaker in this weather. But I got my Kamex on, I'm okay. Let's keep going. There used to be a big swath of sumac here on the left. Just huge ones, just all gone. Funny, not even a remnant of them. So I guess there's a little bit of sumac left. There's a tree stand. Never saw many deer around here as a kid. Of course, the other bridge. Still standing. It's impressive. It's made out of a railroad, not a tie, but the steel railroad rail. I can't tell you how much we played on these bridges and hid under here. I don't know how many times Sue knew we were hiding under this bridge when she rode her horse over it. She would have probably screamed. A little rough. But I don't recall this stream flowing like this. It must be the winter. And that way, if you go that way, I'm not going to go that way right now, but there was a ring. We're walking the horses in a ring, turning them around, and that path goes all the way back to the graveyard. It was a lovely cornfield there. I remember playing with a whole lot, real close together. How spooky it is walking through a cornfield at full height. But that was fun to do. It's just mown now. I like to take the dog there for a walk. Technically it's the graveyard. I know that's kind of uncool, but... And this tree, you see that one right there, I recall climbing up almost to the top and carving my initials and my first wife's initials in a heart. I was so afraid to let her know I really liked her. And like everything else, this type of tree is not one you carve on because it's gone. Like that relationship, I guess, anyway. I think that's a yellow pine. Can't believe all the deer tracks. A little squirrel. And this used to be just a big field with like little prickers that you couldn't walk through it, like they'd trip you. So we always walked this path. It's crazy that these pines grow up like this in 10 years or so. We're heading over towards the Friedlers now. They were big into motorcycles and all that, and jumping, and there were tracks. It was really cool. We usually hid out when you heard them riding. I don't know why, but we did. It's just crazy how this has changed. Looks so different. Used to be a little shed over here for a lot of years. Must have fallen over. You see a lot of these berms from the turns they used to have here, I think. It's pretty wild. This used to be a pond that was something about these forests here. The leaves make these black holes of a pond that just seem to go deep forever. I think I recall them getting the tractor stuck in there before. But this is where on the end of the pond is where the jump was, the first jump, and you could see them. I have photographs of them, 6 feet in the air or higher, jumping. And I really love these trees here. You can see people carve their names on them. AM30. Phil, 1967. And this one here, Skinny. AEM SZBI. I think. Over here. Oh, look at the woodpeckers. Used to be a picture of a ship. You can barely make it out.